There are porcelains aplenty wrought by skill, hard as jade, sweet-toned as a bell, in 100 shapes that tradesfolk sell. Wine cups, rice bowls, lanterns, plates, teapots, snuff bottles, vases with maids. There are porcelains aplenty wrought by skill. Hi, I am Sana, and this was an excerpt from a poem written by Leon Sherman back in 1917. I made a Museum in a Box project in collaboration with the Recycle Archaeology, who supplied me with some really beautiful 17th century Chinese porcelain. And when I was researching about the history of porcelain, one very interesting thing that came out was how porcelain back in the day was valued much more than gold. But if you talk about today, porcelain still means a lot to people. I had the chance to interview a few very interesting collectors who like collecting antique porcelain, and I asked them to talk about that one piece that really means something to them. Let's see what they have to say.
I have an assortment of various different Spode Italian bowls that were given to me by various family members and friends. I've chosen this particular bowl, which means a lot to me, as it was an unexpected, totally unexpected present from my son, who was about 12 years old at the time. He'd used his holiday money while we were in Cornwall to buy it for me as a thank you present for taking him and his friend on holiday, and he presented it to me on the last day of that holiday, much to my great surprise and delight.
I really love these figurines of Sarah Siddons and Blue Boy, partly because I love Gainsborough's paintings, but mainly because they were the most cherished possessions of my daughter's grandmother, Helen Mingay. She was cook to the late Lord Bath in the 60s. The figurines were a present from Lord Bath to his nanny, who then left them to Helen. They had become great friends when they both lived at Longleat as part of the household of Viscount Weymouth, as he then was.
This is my very special Chinese porcelain teacup. I bought it from the Westlake Tea Market in Hangzhou when I was travelling around the world 10 years ago. I went on a mission to buy oolong, green and chamomile tea, and was delighted to see this sitting on the shelf in the corner, and I just had to buy it. Every cup of tea I've drunk from it over the last 10 years has made me more and more attached to it, and it's my very special Chinese porcelain teacup.